Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leigh Fuge, and in this video today we're going to be taking a look at the Carry On travel guitar from Blackstar. Carry On travel guitar is a travel sized guitar, which is obviously quite a bit smaller than a regular guitar, as you can see, which has been designed by Blackstar amps in conjunction with Gordon Smith guitars. This is designed as a premium travel instrument. So if you're someone who travels a lot and spends a lot of time in hotels, but you can't take your full-size guitar, this is a guitar that's going to give you all of that high-end quality that you want from your guitars at home, but in a package you can take anywhere with you. I just have to say, before we dig into this and see what this thing sounds like, I'm not getting paid for this video, but my friends at Blackstar have very kindly sent me this guitar. So like I said at the start of the video, the Carry On travel guitar has been designed in conjunction with Gordon Smith guitars, who are in the same area as Blackstar. They're actually neighbors in the same industrial estate. Gordon Smith, if you don't know, makes some really great British-made high-end guitars. So they've teamed up with Blackstar to create this really cool travel guitar. This is a really interesting take on the travel guitar, because most players who may have tried a travel guitar would probably know that most travel guitars don't tend to play that well. They're functional in that you can take a small guitar with you and play it anywhere you want, but you don't get the same feel as you do when you play a premium model. This is designed to fill that gap. This is available in two different colors. I've got it here in vintage white with the tortoiseshell pickguard. It's also available in black with a black pickguard, and it comes in 3 different pack sizes. So you can get this as just the guitar on its own, which comes with a gig bag. You can get a sort of middle tier, which is the guitar with the gig bag, a couple of accessories, and one of Blackstar's headphone amps. And you can also get the deluxe package, which is the guitar, the gig bag, accessories, and one of their Fly 3 amps as well. So really, the idea behind this guitar was to give a travel guitar, which is smaller, it's obviously a much shorter scale length, but it feels like a regular guitar. So Blackstar have actually gone for quite a chunky neck on this thing. So when you play it, even though the scale from the nut to the bridge is substantially shorter, the neck actually feels like a full-size neck in your hand. So this kind of ticks 2 main boxes. This is great for people like me with big hands that maybe need a guitar they can shove in a suitcase and take anywhere with them, because it doesn't feel like I'm playing a small little guitar. Or for a young student or a young learner, this would be a really cool guitar to start with, because to them it would feel like a full-size guitar. It's got that kind of Les Paul-ish sort of single cut look. So yeah, this would be a really cool guitar for someone who's quite small as well. So for a travel guitar, this is a set neck guitar there, as you can see. The body and the neck are both from the same piece of wood. It's made from a wood called okum or okuma. I'm not sure exactly how that's said, but it is a relative of the mahogany family. So it gives you that kind of Les Paulish mahogany sound, but without the extra weight. And also this has got more of an open grain, so it really resonates really well. It's got a nice bright sound to it. The guitar is a string through design, so the strings go through the back, out the top, and over the Tune-o-matic bridge. Got this mini humbucker, which is coil splittable, which is really cool, so you can go from mini humbucker to single coil sounds. That's your master volume there, and we've also got a master tone control. So while this doesn't have a neck pickup, using the tone control you can get some neck pickup-esque sounds, so even though it's just one pickup, it's still pretty versatile. The scale length on this from the bridge to the nut is 20.7 inches, so this is quite a bit shorter than your usual Fender or Gibson style guitars, which means there's a lot less string tension. So to compensate, this guitar comes shipped with a set of 12 to 54 gauge strings. So if you put higher tension strings on a shorter scale length, you kind of get that even feeling that you'd get from putting like a set of 10s on a Strat or a Les Paul. So even though the strings are heavier by number, they don't feel like a set of 12s. It feels more like a set of 10s on a typical guitar. And we've got a Laurel fretboard with 18 frets. All the spec sheets online say this has 19 frets, but I mean, you can clearly see there in the close-up there are just 18, so I'm not sure where they're getting the extra one from. The truss rod adjustment is right here at the bottom of the neck as well, which again is sort of like a high-end feature on a really sort of affordable guitar. These clock in as the guitar-only models at around about £300. Then we've got some cast tuners at the top. These are a 14:1 ratio, which isn't super tight, it's not super precise, but it's enough for the purpose. You're probably not going to be taking this on tour and gigging it every night, so it will give you enough stability to do the job. One thing I think is really eye-catching is this tortoiseshell binding. The binding runs all the way around the entire body, up the fretboard, up the neck, and all the way around the headstock as well. So this is a very, very nicely designed guitar. Even though it's obviously not designed as a premium model, it feels like a good quality premium guitar. So, you know, if you're looking for something that you can just shove in your bag and take anywhere with you, but without sacrificing good playability, this is a really cool option. You will see on the close-up cam on my guitar, there's a little bit of damage around these sort of bridge grommets here. This is not the fault of the guitar, this is actually my fault. I've actually had this guitar here for a few weeks now, and I've been shooting some videos for the Blackstar channel where I've used this to sort of do a couple of educational videos on some alternate tunings and slide guitar. Broke a string on it, so when I was restringing the guitar, I dropped a pedal off my shelf and it landed straight on top of those grommets. So unfortunately, mine has picked up a little bit of damage, but when you pick one of these up from the shop, it's not gonna have the big paint chips out of it. Okay, so I think we need to hear what this thing sounds like now, so let's crank it up and hear what it's all about. This is going into the Blackstar Studio 10 6L6, which is mic'd with a Lewitt Audio LCT 440 condenser mic. In front of the amp, I've also got a Surfy Industries Surfy Bear Classic spring reverb tank, and I've also got a clean boost on my pedal board, which is the J-Rocket Lenny. That's just on for a bit of coloration and a bit of push to the front of the amp. I will be kicking on some drive pedals later on in the video to see how the mini humbucker stacks up with some drive, but to start with, here's the clean tone. So that was just completely open with the tone control on full as well. Now I'm going to coil split that mini humbucker and see what the single coil tone sounds like. So there are some great sparkly single coil tones in this guitar. Now what we can do is we can use that tone control to get some neck humbucker and neck single coil-esque tones. So I'm just going to play again with the coil split off, move the tone control around, and then coil split again and do the same thing. So as you can see, with a combination of the coil split and the tone control, you can take this guitar to quite a few different tonal places. So now I'm going to kick on some overdrive and we'll see how this thing handles a little bit of gain. So I'm going to be using the Tate FX Antares, which is like a TS10 SD1 kind of drive. I'm just going to play a bit in humbucker mode and move the tone control so you can hear a bunch of different tones you can get with one pickup. So you can still go through quite a wide tonal palette there with one pickup. Now I'm going to coil split that and do the same thing again. So I'm liking the overdriven tones from this thing. It's definitely got that warmth and depth of a good mahogany guitar. Obviously the size is not quite adding to the resonance. You know, obviously the bigger the body is, the more it's going to resonate. But that said, for a body of this size, it's handling it pretty well. It sounds like a full-size guitar. If you didn't know that this was a 20-inch guitar and it looked like this, you'd probably think on a recording that it was a real Les Paul style. So now I'm going to stack up the gain a bit more. I've got my Analog Man King of Tone switched on top of the Tate FX Antares, just to see what this thing sounds like with a bit more gain. So there you go, guys. There is the Blackstar Carry On travel guitar. What a cool little instrument this is. It's a lot of fun. For such a small guitar, it's very, very easy to play for someone like me who's got quite big hands. The only real trouble I have with this is because of the shorter scale length and the different tensions, you have to bend strings a lot less than you normally would. This is cool if you want to intentionally overbend your strings. So if you want to go for those kind of tone and a half kind of things, really easy to do that, but it's also really easy to do that accidentally. So obviously you have to be a little bit careful when you're, giving the strings a good push for those bends. But other than that, it plays great. The full-size neck is really nice in my hands. Even though I'm 6'3", it doesn't feel like a toy. The only thing I did kind of struggle with was that there's just no surface area here to kind of rest your arm on. So I'm used to sort of resting my arm on the top of the guitar. So that felt a little bit weird, but you know what? It's a travel guitar. It's not really designed to be super comfortable. It's designed to be practical and playable. And that they've definitely nailed. It's very, very playable, even down to the fact that it's full-size hardware. So this is a full-size Tune-o-matic. The string spacing is exactly as it would be on a full-size guitar. The only thing that's different is the distance from the nut to the bridge is much shorter. So all in all, it's a great instrument. And honestly, for £300, it's a really cool guitar. I would actually love it if they made a full-size version of this. I would absolutely buy that. So Blackstar, if you guys want to put out a full 24 3/4 inch version of this guitar, let me know, because that's something I think would be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the sounds of the Blackstar Carry On travel guitar. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this and in general travel guitars as a whole. Where do you stand on them? Because many players are put off by the sort of lack of good quality travel guitars. So it's really cool to see a company coming out now and bringing something to the market that is not just a travel guitar, but it's a really good guitar. So if you discount the fact that, it's a 20-inch guitar, it's just a great instrument. Even if you didn't plan to travel with this, it's pretty cool just to have, to sit around the house and practice on, or it would be a really cool slide guitar. You could raise the action up on this, chuck some heavy strings on it like the ones it comes with, and play some cool slide licks. A lot of fun. While you guys are down there leaving a comment, let me know what you think of this. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.